Hello, Milky friends. It is Milkster here with you for another Idle Heroes video. I hope you are well. It is the day after I did my value analysis. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. Anyway, I thought I would do some Guild War. I keep saying Guild War. That's how I say it. I'm a bit of a retard. But we're gonna do Guild War. It was gonna be too long to do it in my video from yesterday. You would have just cunked out. But let's do Guild War. I mean, Guild War, we've done okay. We've gone back once, and I think we've gone up twice. So I think we're going to finish, if I'm going to be honest, probably last now. Because the problem is no one in my guild can be fucked anymore. I think they've given up. At that, and Guild War actually gets harder when you get higher because the amount of pre-work you have to do to work out which fort to attack goes up phenomenally, right? So when you're in the Amber Gold League, there's not really much to do because there aren't that many heroes in each fort, and so like you can quickly go through it and work out which one are the weak ones. But when you have 10 forts and then you've got like 30, and so what league are we in now? We're in the third, within the middle one, right? We are in Starry Emerald. So yeah, we're in the middle one, right? So God knows how hard it'll be when you get to Royal Amethyst. But basically, everyone's realized the strategy is attack as many forts as possible to get as many points as possible, because there's a stack of weak heroes in the first bottom half of each fort, right? Fair enough. And that's probably the right strategy as opposed to the strategy I tried to sell you, push you down a couple of days ago when this all started, when I said, look, just focus on attacking one fort and buff the fuck out of it. That's not the right strategy. So the right strategy is effectively to spread out your, and I'm talking from an attacking perspective. And it probably applies for defensive perspective as well. When you do defense, it probably makes sense to spread out all your heroes. There's no point in just dumping it all into one fort, simply because you don't know where everyone else is going to dump their shit, right? So it's just better if everyone just spreads it out, and then if you spread out the heroes, it makes it more challenging for players who are attacking to go through each fort and then work out where all the weak heroes are. If that makes sense. And it'll make sense once I talk through how hard it is as you progress through the Guild War ranks and why people drop out to work out which forts to attack. Because if you look at this, right, there are 10 forts. I've got to now go through and count how many, and this is just me, right, when I'm trying to work out what to attack, how many forts, how many heroes are less than 1 million power, less than 2 million power. So you would have seen my attack video. I went through when I first started this and I counted in my initial strategy how many guilds were there, or not guilds, how many players were there were in each fort less than 3 million power? And I just picked the one basically with the most number of people less than 3 million power. Now I run a variant of that strategy. I call it the 1-2-3 strategy. Now it's time consuming, so you should like just get one person every day in your guild to do the 1-2-3 count, right? The 1-2-3 strategy is basically, one is how many heroes are there, or how many teams are there in each fort less than 1 million power. Two, less than 2 million power. 3, less than 3 million power, right? So I physically went through and counted all 10 forts and counted how many teams there were less than 1 million power, 2 million power, and 3 million power. And I came up with this. Shazam, right? So the red writing that you see, the first number is how many teams there are with less than 1 million power. So you want to find one with a lot. Like, so this one here, this Valley of Lava, 11 teams less than 1 million power. But then you got to also consider how many teams are there with less than 2 million power. Because generally speaking, 2E5's hero can just knock off an entire team of set of teams with less than 2 million power with the right, 9-star, 6-star, 5-star supporting heroes, right? But then you're probably going to get a lot of teams with, forts with teams less than, getting tongue-tied, 1 million and 2 million power. So then you need a tiebreaker. So how many teams are there? And the third number you see going down is how many teams are there between 2 and 3 million power. So 1-2-3 count, that's my strategy on a day-to-day basis. And it's worked out well for me so far. I don't really share it with my guild too much because, well, one, half of them don't speak English, and two, the other half that do come on never check guild chat, right? So if you look at guild chat, my guild chat, who's on here? So it's probably just like literally myself, KBG, myself. Yeah. So troubles of running an international guild where you can't like paste pictures on to tell people which guilds to attack. I did send them a message. I said, look, attack these forts, but if you do the count, I mean, the first count I do is obviously to look at which guilds have less than how many teams, which fort have a lot of teams less than 1,000,000 power. So this one seems like it has a lot. So 11 I can knock off, and that's easy wins. And the rest are about 8. So then the second layer of your analysis needs to come in. How many teams are there between 1 and 2,000,000 power? And you add that to the teams that are less than 1,000,000 power. So you got 15 there, you got 13 there, 10, not going to attack that one, 12, 16, 14, 13, 12, 12, 8, right? So already we know we're not going to attack this skull one. We're not going to attack this green one down here in the bottom left because there's just nothing there to attack. We're definitely going to attack Valley of Alao because there's 15 there we can win. And it's heavily skewed towards teams less than 1,000,000 power. We're going to attack this forest one because there's 16 teams there. And probably do a decent E5 lineup. Maybe 2 or 3 heroes because there's 16 teams there. Then we're going to do... this one's got 14. This one's got 13. This one's got 12. We'll probably do this middle one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll do it in that order, right? So now we go into Guild War, and if you don't have enough E5 heroes, you should swap armor to max your points. But I can't be fucked anymore because it takes forever to like swap armor and then swap back. I know I tell people to do that, and I'm a fucking hypocrite for telling you to swap and swap back, but I can't be fucked. So this one has a lot of weak heroes, and we've got a buff, so we can challenge it. What are we gonna do today, Samboy? What are we gonna do today? So, what kind of heroes have they got? So anything less than 1,000,000 is just instantly you're gonna shit on, right? It's more the 1 to 2 millions. You got to watch out for the pop heroes. And when I talk about pop heroes, I'm talking about like Aspen and Pennies and DAs because they can completely fuck up your day. And Garudas. So see, there's a DA at in this sort of 1 million team that can completely fuck up your day if you don't have one, a hero that drains all the power, or an Amon-Ra just to block his grief causing fuck upness. And then here, Garuda is bad news. So we'll probably run a carry in this team. Challenge. We'll run a carry. We will run a Delacium. I need someone to take away all the power. So we'll do a carry, a Delacium. No, not a carry. Do an Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra will stop that shit from happening. Then we will put you in, and we'll put you in because then you can fucking stun them back. And that should be with the buffs, right? That should be theoretically good enough to knock out all the 1 and 2 million power teams. But because there's 15, I just want to take a bit of precaution. I want to guarantee that 15. So we want to get as many of that 15 as possible. So we might, just to be safe, we might put another strong hero in. Might take Delacium out, and then we'll put Nada in, right? And then we'll put... Alright, go. That should be enough. This should be theoretical enough to get me the 15 wins. Kill every team up to 2 million power. So if I do that, should be get at least 15 points. Yeah, 15 points. Alright, that's exactly what we want. So then, if we go to my 1, 2, 3 roadmap, we want to attack this forest one because there's 16 teams in there. So then we go to that one, and what have we got in here in terms of lineup, right? So these less than 1 million teams, no problem. There's no bursty hero. There's this cheese team which I kind of don't like. That could really fuck us up. Yeah. Then when we go into the 1 million power teams, who do we have that can give us a bad day? So got Nada. Fuck, another Mim Cheese team. There's only 1.4 million power. That's weird. Yeah, we'll do a carry and we'll do an Amon-Ra. in this one. So if I go here, fuck, there's a lot of Mim Cheese teams. We'll do a Carry. We'll do an Amon Ra because there's 16 points here. That's the problem. We'll do a Ruda. No, we don't need an Amon Ra. We'll do that. We'll do Amon Ra is good on this. Gives you a lot of advantages. Maybe you won't do that. We'll do you. And then we'll do... Yeah. Decisions. We'll do Ada. Ada and Delacium generally go pretty well together. And then, you know what? We'll Rogan it up. We'll get some speed happening because we want to get off first, right? And that theoretically should be a pretty decent team. So we'll do Deer. Always run Deer, don't know why. We want to get 16 points out of this. More is good, but 16 points is the Mim. We've got 19, so that's good. That's good. So already that's 19 plus the 15. That's 34 points, right? So that's 3,400 points. And that should still be enough to get me to 5th. It's because no one on my team is fucking attacked. So now we go back to the 3-2-1 guide. So we've done you. We can cross you out, right? Just remember that. Then we've done you. We've done that. So that's 15 points. 16 there. The next one we want to do is you, because that's 14 points there. 13, 12. Yeah, we want to do this one here. 14 points. Then we want to attack up here. 13 points, right? So then back to this picture. And you'll see how I've done the buffs, right? So the most valuable buff, in my opinion, is the attack buff. And so I've just, over the course of like days, I've just buffed every single fort. Because you don't know, the buffs carry over. I've just given everyone, every one of these forts 5 attack buffs. If you go over 5 banners of a particular clan in a fort, the 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, that costs more banners, right? So see these ones where I haven't given a buff, they cost 1 banner each, but see I have already given 5 attack buffs for this fort. The 6th one costs 2. So it's better off, I think you're better off just spreading 5, the 5 attack ones across the forts every single day, because of the spreading, the diversification of attack strategy, because you're not concentrating on one fort and you don't know what hero is going to be there, right? So you're better off just every day just covering off, using the banners to do the attack, to buy the attack banner for each fort. So I've got 2 left that I need to fill, and then after that probably go up with health. I know it's not the greatest, or damage reduction. I know it's not the best, but then, because so few heroes do need the crit damage, the extra crit damage. So few heroes benefit from control immunity, especially when you're attacking the lower teams. When you're concentrating on attacking sub 2 million power teams, right? Control immunity doesn't come into it, really. It's more about attack and staying alive than it is about, say, HP here, which is useful. Oh, shit, I should buy HP instead of all damage reduction. Yeah, so either go attack first, then go HP and either damage reduction. But in terms of whether or not you need crit and control immunity, I would say those are the banners that you buy last. If you had that many banners like up your sleeve, buy attack for everything first, and then buy some health thing for all the other ones. Anyway, those are my thoughts. It'd be interesting to hear what you guys do if you are the ones that end up picking which banners to buy for which forts. Anyway, I digress. Where are we now? So we're attacking the middle one. We're attacking, what's this one called? We are attacking, is this the blacksmith one? No, it's not the blacksmith one. Earth Realm, right? So anything less than 1 million, we generally don't have to worry about, even if they have a Mim Cheese team. I mean, when you build Mim Cheese teams like this, sub 1 million, that means he's got no artifacts, nothing in there. I mean, like, what's the point if it's less than 1 million? Does it actually work? Another Mim Cheese team with Ada, less than 1 million or close to 1 million power. I don't get it. But it's really the 1 to 2 million teams. You got to watch out for the X factor. Like, so that's a bad day. That Aspen, that Penny, if she gets off her crit, her glass cannon, that's a bad day. And then you get to the 2 million teams. you know, Aspen is a bad day. So we'll probably run challenge because the speed disadvantage. We'll probably run. What are we gonna do? We'll run that. And that should be enough. This is a pretty killer combo. On you. We'll get Nakia in there. We'll get you in there. Oh, if you die, you stun them more, don't you? Yes, so we'll run that. 2 million. So we're expecting, what is it, 14 points? 21 points. That's excellent. That's completely unexpected. So that means we knocked out a couple of their 2 million power teams. Like I said, when I build my team of 2 to 3 E5s to attack, my goal is just to win every single thing up to 2 million power. Anything beyond that is a fucking bonus. So then we've done that one. We'll get our little special marker on Microsoft Paint. Not sponsored by Microsoft Paint. If you want to sponsor me, I will use Microsoft Paint for my Idle Heroes video. Then we go to this one in the top left-hand corner. So that's worth 13 points. What else is worth 13 points? 12 points, 12 points, 12 points. Yeah, all right. So we go up there and we check out Mr. 13 Point Bagger. And there's a lot of teams. And one of the things I've noticed is this top one, this Frozen Cavern, has a lot of heroes in it. I think maybe when you set defense, it's like top of the order, and that's why there's so many heroes in there. But yeah, there's a lot of heroes here. So if we look here, who can really hurt us? No one yet. Yeah, so when you get to 2 million, this is a bad day, these Oberons. But we're not in the market to win anything over 2 million, just as a reminder, right? We're really in the market to kill everyone less than 1 million. I mean, less than 2 million. Yeah, see, as you get up here, that's a bad day, that Penny. That Ada. We're not going to win this one. We're definitely not going to win anything 3 mil. So, challenge-wise, really, it doesn't matter who I throw in right now. It's just a question of how little I can throw in to get the... Just to win... just to win every battle less than 2 million. And so, if you haven't figured it out by now, you should absolutely be throwing a full set of 5 heroes just to get the aura bonus. Even if you've got junky, like... junky 1-star heroes right at the end. Because it counts. All the shit counts. So that's my 2 million team. It doesn't actually matter. So we're expecting, what, like 12 points? We got 18 points, right? So we got 18 points there. These are just extra wins that I don't expect. Like I said, I only want to win everything up to 2 million power. So that's done. Then we go to... What do we got? There's a 13 bagger here. There's a 13 bagger here. There's a 12 bagger here. Where have I got the buffs? There's buffs here. So I might go with the 13 bagger. Yeah. But there are buffs here. So that's 12. No, this is 13. 13 guaranteed points. So we're going to go with that one. So this one, 13 bagger. Who do I need to throw in? Everyone less than 1 million's like completely shit and weak. That team's junk. This team's also junk. Ada, yeah. Everyone less than 2 million's kind of shit. So we don't really need to throw anything good into this one. So if we do... Maybe a double tower is probably good enough. Seal the fuck out of them. If we do a double tower, you for defense, you just to chop up some people, I'll just throw you in, and then we'll throw in a Heart Watcher. See what we get. So 13 points is what we want. 14 points is what we get. Fantastic. So that's that one done. So glad you all managed to join me today, if you managed to stay this far. So then what do we do next? So this one's worth 12 points. This one's also worth 12 points. This one is worth 12 points also, but the tiebreaker is obviously where you have the buffs. This one's got 8 buffs, right? And there's a lot more less than 1 million heroes. And there's also a couple of, 2 to 3 million teams up there that we could potentially beat. So we probably want to dump the rest of our resources into this one here. So if we go to that one, which is, I'm trying to learn the names, the Hall of the Blacksmith. The Hall of the Blacksmith. So anything less than 1 million is not a bad day. Oh, except that penny. That's a bad day. So then that Garuda, not really a Mimchis, that's a nothing. This is a nothing. Yeah, see, this is what I'm scared of, that DA and that penny. She'll stun the fuck out of me at the start, and then she'll just pop me when everyone's stunned. We gotta go quick. I've used up all my quick heroes. Well done, dumbass. We'll use you. You used to stay alive. You can block someone. Then we'll do you. We'll keep 2 E5s around because we want to do attack 1 more fort. We want to attack as many forts as possible, guys. I don't have any Rogans in the bag, so I can't summon any Rogans. Shit. No, I can't do this. The reason why I can't do this is there's no one, nothing can attack in this lineup. This is bad. Because she's a support hero, so if we do that, at least then you can attack, and then these two, they can like, oh fuck, but he's too slow. He's way too slow. So if we do you and you, sorry, I'm covering my mouth. Who else should go in there? No one gives any advantage here. Rossa. Rossa's, yeah, do Rossa. Let's just do that. So, I don't think I'm going to win that many battles. Yeah, 13. How many do you expect to get? 12. So that's not a terrible outcome, right? So then this is probably our last battle, this little ship here. Because there's a buff there, and there's 12 of them. So if we do the ship and just throw everything we have left in there, and we don't, because it's the last battle, right? This is my last set of E5 heroes. I don't actually need to look at how to do the lineup because I've got no one left. So then we'll just throw you in there because you're a chunky 7-star rock dude. And then we'll just throw all these E5s in there. 1 star. I've got nothing left. It doesn't matter what I get. 12 battles, that's the minimum that we wanted. So I think that's everything less than 2 million basically was what I won. Oh wait, that's not it. What am I doing? What are you doing? Everything less than 2 million is pretty much what I won. I'm like 99% certain, and I'm wrong. See, we lost that one, but we won that 2 million one. And yeah, look, that's it. That's my strategy. I'm sure it's very similar to all yours. Maybe the 1, 2, 3 thing is new, but fuck, that's a pain in the ass to do. So one of you should do it. Like if you all speak English, or you're very good translators, one of you should do the 1, 2, 3 strategy, and then that person that did it should just post it on Discord, because it's fucking hard to tell people in chat like which forts attack. Because even though this is called Nurturing Glade, I can for certain tell you when it gets translated to Chinese, or when it gets translated to Russian, Nurturing Glade probably becomes like Peking Duck, and I don't know, in Russian, the red square. It's not gonna fucking be the same. That's why it's hard. You need pictures. So if in guild chat they allow you to send pictures, like for example this, it'd be so much more easier. But as it stands, they're not. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. Thanks for watching as always. Cheers, guys.